Hey y'all, I'm back and today we're going to talk about my transfer, how it went, get to see a picture of my, hopefully my little belly buddy, and actual video of the transfer. So step on in, let's have fun. Hey guys, I'm back. I know it's been a little bit, but traveling for the transfer was busy and there's so many things that we saw and we did and we ate and it was awesome. But I just didn't have time to sit and record. So now I do. So I left for my transfer after work. We flew to California from Oregon. That's where my clinic is down in California. So we flew in the next morning, got up, had breakfast at the hotel. It was very, very yummy. And we then went to the clinic. I was supposed to be there by 9:15. We got there at 9:10 because LA traffic is insane. And proceeded to wait for about 20 minutes in the waiting room. The nurse did tell me to expect to be there for about 3 hours because you do have to wait. You lay down inverted for an hour afterwards and, things happen. She said, don't plan anything, expect to be here for 3 hours, which I appreciate. So we went back in the waiting room. Thankfully, they have a TV back there with cable. We're watching some TV. We brought books. My travel partner was with me. And we just kind of hung out. The doctor came in. He was very brief. He was very quick. He is not one of many words. He said the embryo looked amazing and that we were going to do the transfer. Said, how fast can you take your pants off? I was like, pretty quick. He said, okay, I'm going to leave the door closed or the door just a little bit open, yell when you're undressed and ready. Okay, so it's game time. Got undressed from the waist down, kept my little fuzzy socks on, got up onto the bed. He came in, he put in the speculum, looked in. Sorry, this is going to be a TMI video, so if you guys have never done this, this is how my clinic does it. Again, this is not every clinic. I am not a medical professional. This was my experience. So he comes in, he does an ultrasound from the outside, pushes down, makes sure that my uterus looks right, that there's no cyst, there's no crazy, there's no fluid on my uterus. Then he got everything set up. He put speculum in. Gotta love those duck lips. They do a vaginal wash to kind of clean everything out, make sure that that's all clear, I guess. I don't know exactly why. And then he got everything all set up. The embryologist came in with a long little pipette, read all the information, hey, what's your name? Is this who it's for? I verified my name. He verified who the parents were to make sure that we were putting the right baby into the right person. And then we did the transfer. It was quick. It was easy. He said everything looked amazing. And I'll put that right here.
That's right.
So as you can see, it all happened so fast I didn't even have a chance to turn the TV off, so sorry about that glare. But that was the transfer. That little white tube was the pipette going into my uterus. And then that's the little embryo in there. They do the ultrasound to make sure that the embryo is exactly where it should be. Then they raised my feet up and I laid with my feet inverted for an hour. I then was messaging with the parents, telling them how everything went, that everything looked great, showed them a picture of their little embryo, and we proceeded to lay there for about an hour, a little over an hour. After that, my doctor my doctor says we have to do 36 hours of bed rest. So we spent the next day and a half in bed, which was nice and relaxing. Went out for dinner, after my 36 hours hit, they were getting me food and things like that. But we went out, had a nice yummy dinner, and came back home. So how am I feeling now? What have I been doing? I've been doing some meditation. I've been doing a lot of positive thought, sending out into the universe for lots of positive thought, especially because this is our second try. Doing meditation, thinking positive thoughts, all of those good things. I've been feeling a little bit crampy from time to time, but that can happen. I'm also still on all of the injections, so it is way too early to have any kind of a pregnancy symptom, so that for sure is nothing that, any symptoms that I have, tiredness, things like that, I know it's just the hormones that I have, and it has nothing to do with this little embryo that we're hoping to grow, and we're thinking all the sticky thoughts. So after the transfer, normally they have you go in for beta or blood pregnancy test 10 days after. However, my 10th day would be a Saturday, and it's hard for the clinic to get results in on a Saturday. So they are having me go in early on Friday, or on a Friday, to do it. So 9 days after, I will do a blood test to see if this little belly buddy decided to stay with me. Of course, we all hope that this belly buddy is with us. I've talked to the parents almost every single day. We Skyped quite a few times. We are so excited. We're thinking all the positive thoughts, doing everything in our power to make sure that this is happening. I'm so excited. It's really hard not to do home pregnancy tests this early. I for sure am going to do one because for me, I prefer knowing before the blood work comes in. I don't like being surprised, especially if it's a negative. I would be okay being surprised with a positive. But if it's a negative, like with our last transfer, all the home pregnancy tests that I did before my blood work, all were negative. So I kind of knew going into the blood work, it was very likely going to be a no. And that was easier for me to process at home by myself, not surprised by an email. I was still heartbroken when I got the official, unfortunate. That's really the only word I remember was unfortunately. So I will be doing those. I'll probably share one with you guys because you're my little YouTube family. I don't think there was anything else I needed to say. If you have any questions, seriously, any questions, make sure, put them in the comments below. I'm an open book. I will answer almost anything. I won't disclose my parents, who they are, where they are, anything like that. That's personal, confidential. I'm actually contractually written that I can't, but I wouldn't anyway because that's their personal business. But if you have any questions about being a surrogate, about becoming a surrogate, things like that, about having a surrogate, if you're a couple who needs a surrogate, I'm more than happy to answer any questions that I can. And I will leave you with a picture of our amazing little embryo. And if you could send me some positive thoughts and some thumbs up, I would really appreciate that. Thanks, guys.